How's it going, guys? Today what I've got for you is a nice homemade lasagna. It's one of my mother's recipes that's been sort of passed down and adapted and whatnot, so hope you guys enjoy it. It's a little bit longer, but it's well worth it in the end, trust me, so hope you enjoy it.
Righto, we just got a pan on medium to high heat, and all we're going to do is oil it. And into here we're going to chuck in one finely diced onion and 4 minced garlic cloves. So we're just going to cook this until the onion becomes translucent, which is nice and soft, and it no longer has that weird onion taste. Once this is done, all we're going to do is going to stick in our mince. Now I've used approximately 800 grams of mince. We're just going to cook this bad boy until the mince is well cooked through. And this is when we're going to add in our tomatoes. So all I've got is 2 cans of chopped tomatoes. I'm going to stick all of it in with the juice as well. And all we're going to do is just mix it all thoroughly. Now what comes next is our tomato sauce. Now I'm going to stick in a good few teaspoons of tomato sauce. You can always add in more later. You can't add in less, so add it to your taste and it should be all good. Season with a bit of salt and pepper, and after that we're going to stick in 1 teaspoon of sugar. You may want to stick in some more afterwards, but just start with 1 and then stir around and give it a taste. Following this we're going to stick in our herbs. Now it's always best to put herbs in just before it's finished cooking. We're going to stick in half now and half later, just so we get a nice flavour cooking through. We're going to stick in 3 bay leaves, some chopped parsley and some chopped rosemary. You'll also start to notice as the sauce reduces, meaning that it becomes less liquid, the colour of the sauce will get a lot richer and red, so this is what we're after. We want it as dry as possible so it doesn't create a sloppy lasagna. Finally we're going to throw in some mushrooms. I've used roughly about 400 grams of white button mushrooms. You can use different types of mushrooms. Just really nice addition to your lasagna. Now we're just going to let this simmer on a low heat. We're trying to evaporate as much liquid as we can so it's not a sloppy mixture, as you'll see later on. Now for the white sauce. Now all I've done is melted 2 tablespoons of butter and then put in 2 to 3 tablespoons of cornflour to get a nice paste. And then after that I've just stuck in 3 to 4 cloves of minced garlic. This will give the white sauce a very nice garlicky base. Following this, we're going to stick in 2 cups of milk. You can stick in a little bit more if you require it for your lasagna. Now we're just going to give this a very quick whisk to make sure that the cornflour is thoroughly dissolved into the milk. We don't want any little lumpy pieces in our sauce. You should notice after the sauce starts to heat up, it should start thickening. As we can see here, it's thickened nicely. Cheese. Everyone loves cheese, so we're going to stick in approximately 2 grated handfuls of cheese, just 1 at a time so everything can melt. So stick it in, give it a whisk around and it melts nicely, and then once that's done, stick some more in. Now if you really like cheese you can stick in some more, or if you don't like cheese you can also stick in some less. You don't have to do this step, but I always like to put in a bit of parsley into my cheese sauce, so we just got a handful of some Italian parsley just chopped up pretty finely and just going to stick this in too. And of course, season with salt and pepper to your taste. And if you find the sauce is too runny, just add some more cornflour with some water, dissolve it, and then put it in, and get it as thick as you would like. Our mince is reduced nicely, it's nice and thick now, and we're just going to stick in the remaining of our herbs. So we just got some rosemary here. So, and I also like to stick in 1 teaspoon of paprika. You don't actually have to stick it in. This is the last stage of your mince, so you can season if you need to and make sure it tastes just how you want it before it goes into the lasagna. Now it comes time to assemble our lasagna. Now all we're going to do is stick our mince mixture on the bottom of an oven dish, as we're doing now, and then we're going to put our pasta sheets that I've just been soaking in some water so they go soft, and then after that we're going to stick down our cheese sauce. Now all we're going to do is repeat this layering process until you run out of ingredients or it gets to the top of the oven dish. So at the end of it you should have something that looks similar to this, and you can grate some cheese over the top of it, and if you really want you can stick some breadcrumbs also across the top of it. It provides a nice little crunch. Now this just goes in the oven for about 45 minutes. You could start checking it at roughly about half an hour, and until everything sort of cheese is gone nice golden brown. But it's sometimes best to set the lasagna aside for about half an hour to let things cool down so they're not nuclear hot and don't burn your mouth. But other than that, you're ready to serve. So I really hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.